But look, I wanted to transition, man, to something that, we talked about recently, and I think it'll help anyone, right? Regardless of whether you're in the basketball or not. In life, we need this to succeed, and stay motivated, stay sharp. And that's the edge. The edge, man. I actually have a clip that I want. Actually, no, it's not a clip. It's an Instagram post that Austin and I talked about because we feel like it's lacking today, in today's culture in general, but it's specifically in the NBA.
Not just basketball, period.
Yeah, it's facts.
Up to the mic when you're ready.
So yeah, sorry, this one isn't going to be a video. This is actually just a post.
Who's this from?
Dude, Ball Don't Stop. He does a lot of basketball content. He has his own podcast. Some of his stuff is good. Some of it is, not good to me. But he basically said, "I love where the game is at now. It's different, but this post was like a couple weeks ago."
Paraphrase that joint. That joint kind of long.
Yeah, it is. I'm not about to read the whole thing, but basically he summarizes a couple things that happened. Karl Anthony Towns and John Morant took awful threes down the stretch.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies were dancing on the Timberwolves logo after they beat them. The Grizzlies are the number 2 seed. The T-Wolves are, as I also mentioned earlier, they barely made it to the playoffs, and they're dancing on the other team's logo when they were supposed to win. Even if you weren't supposed to win, that's still corny. Karl Anthony Towns, he waved goodbye to the crowd after they lost.
Oh my God! Did y'all see that? You saw that?
And he kissed. He did blue kisses to the crowd after losing in the first round.
Yo, that.
And then, as you mentioned,
that clip.
Pat Beverly was in. Pat Beverly was. When I say he was crying, he was crying, like snot coming out.
Yo, he won the finals.
He won like when Jordan's father died that year, and he won the finals on Father's Day.
But that's
literally how he was acting.
Here's the thing, and JJ Redick, great podcast. I love his pod, and he defended him, and look, I'm on that side of the passion and great, but. When you come on the other side and start talking crap about somebody and all this stuff, you're gonna get it, bro. You're gonna get it back because CP3, who you were slandering, I don't think he's crying after getting out or making the playoffs, right? When you were in a play-in situation, he's not crying like he just won the freaking championship. Again, there's levels to this crap, bro.
And it speaks
cut it out.
And it speaks to this, again, this is a life thing. What is your expectation? Right? What is your expectation? What's your standard for yourself? If you get a new job and you throw a party, a celebration because you got a new job, I mean, it could be your dream job, cool. I'm not gonna judge you, but was your goal to get the job, or was your goal to excel in the job? Right? I'm in sales, right? I get a new job. I've gotten multiple new jobs in sales. I've celebrated when I hit my quota. And it was something slight, but when I hit my quota, that's when I celebrated. Because my expectation is if I don't hit my quota, I don't care if it's 99.9%. If I don't hit my quota, I'm not satisfied. Right? What is your quota in your life? What is it? It was Pat Beverly's quota to get a young team to the playoffs. Apparently, that's what it was. It wasn't winning the championship. It was that's what his ceiling was. That's as far as he thought they could go. So, a lot of us need to raise our ceiling and raise our standard of excellence because in today's culture, we're so focused on doing things to get attention. For likes, for pats on the back, for comments. But the people who are actually winning, right? The people that are actually making a difference, the people that as Tim Grover calls, they're cleaners, and you can look it up what that means. They celebrate when the job is done, and the next day they're back to work.
Yeah.
Next day they're back to work. So
and everyone isn't wired that way, right? Like,
yeah.
Very few people wired that way. But my whole thing was, to publicly slander someone when clearly their expectations and standards are a lot higher than yours, and they've done a lot more than you've done, right? And it just came off, like you said, it was just pure hate.
Well, this is another life
Pure
thing,
hate.
man. This is another life thing. How many people that are actually succeeding are in the top of their field criticize other people publicly, even privately?
I would say zero.
It's a very small percentage,
I would say zero.
right? Like, I love Charles Barkley, but like he wasn't, he isn't, and he's not a top 10 guy. He was top 10 during his prime, but like he makes a living off pretty much criticizing people, right?
I mean, that's
part of it as entertainment, but
yeah, that's what all these media.
but
we do it, but
yeah, but I'm not. Who am I?
Yeah.
No one should. LeBron shouldn't freaking listen to what I say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. Who cares? You shouldn't listen to what I say. And I think part of, like we were talking about with this generation of, honestly, just people in general, like, what is they don't have an edge, man. Like, what's keeping you, like, when you wake up, what's keeping you motivated to keep going, man? Like, we had something that happened to our team in the lifetime recently. I'll let you touch on it a little bit, and even like yesterday. And it's little things, man. Here's the thing, like, it doesn't have to be. First of all, it doesn't even have
It's
to
actually
be.
kinda sick,
It doesn't even
man.
have to be real. Nah, for real, it is sick. Like, it doesn't have to be real. Michael Jordan made up a story about this guy.
you said good game, Mike. After they lost,
After he had 38 on him, and he said good game. Later on, and then the next game, Michael was like, I'm going to destroy him. And he literally had like 35 in the first half.
he said, "I'm gonna have what he had in the full game in one half," and then he was off by like 3 points.
Yeah.
in that half.
And they asked Mike later on, like, what did he say that? He's like, no, I made it up. Sounds extreme, but like, you gotta manage, and we'll talk about this later, but like, yeah, you gotta manage your mind, man. Like, create things that just get you going, give you that edge. I'll let you, kind of talk about it.
Yeah, we had a game. We've talked about the men's league that we play in. We've won it 3 out of the 4 times we participated. Ultimate Hoops, Lifetime in Gainesville, and we're the number 1 target in the league. Like, that's just what it's been because we've been successful. So we're gonna get it. We're gonna get each team's best shot, and we ended up losing pretty bad last Sunday. Granted, Marshall wasn't there. A couple other people. We haven't played in 2 weeks because of Mother's Day and other things, and we actually don't. I know I personally don't. I play once a week, and that's in the league.
Yeah, usually.
Like, I don't have the time to play pickup basketball unless it's in the morning, but we don't have that set up yet. So yeah, I mean, we ended up losing, and guys are chirping like as the game is dwindling, like game's about to be over, and I'm hearing this stuff. I'm just like for real? Where was this when it was 0-0? Actually, I wouldn't even say that. Where was this when y'all were down? Where y'all were up 15 in the fourth quarter? Right, like
It wasn't. This is the last thing I'll say before I let you keep going. They weren't saying anything because we played the same team last season, beat them 3 times. The second time we played them, we were down 15 in the fourth quarter,
and won.
And we came back and won, and I sent the game winner.
Right. So us having, the competitive edge and just a different mental, bro. Like, and look, this is a men's league. Like, I don't get paid for this crap. I've played at pretty good levels. But I take stuff like that personal. And it's sick, right? Like I said, like, this is a men's league. This doesn't freaking matter. But I have a certain level, and like, to me, you're disrespecting me.
It
like,
is 100%.
I'm taking this as disrespect.
100%.
So I'll say this publicly. Like, I hope that team gets to the championship, because if we see y'all in the championship, like, it's you guys will see the separation.
Or in the playoffs, because we
playoffs,
don't know the seeding. Yeah, whatever. I hope it's a championship.
But again, like, that's all I needed, man. And my last dance moment, when he's swinging the bat, he has a cigar in his mouth, and somebody asked him, like, yeah, so how do you feel after that game one? He's like, well, it's one game. It's going to be a dogfight tomorrow, though. But again, my point is, it sounds sick, but those are like the little things that really and ultimately it challenges yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not playing against the team that was taught, like, nah, this is about me.
This is exactly.
And creating little things to uplift me to get to a certain level, right? And sometimes it takes you making up stuff, or like, oh, he didn't dap me up when I walked in. Oh, okay, like, that's how you feel. Or somebody said,
that's off when you
that's
shot
off,
three.
or what? Okay. Yeah, I'm taking that crap personal, and you're gonna feel it personally next time we suit up. So, yeah, I mean, the league will feel this. We played Sunday and Monday. Like, I might go crazy. Actually, I am gonna go. I'm gonna let these people know.
Right, and you're not gonna be there Sunday. I'm going crazy.
Or Monday, Monday.
I'm going crazy.
Actually, I am, because that trip got canceled.
Oh, you're there for both games?
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll be there.
Say less. Say less. And it isn't. Again, this isn't a basketball thing. Like, if you're not at the weight goal you want to be at, well, my ex said it. Remember when your ex said you were overweight, or your mom, or someone looked at you a certain way and you felt like they were judging you in the gym, like, in your career, you walk by, or you walk in a room and someone asks, are you at a level or a position that is lower than you actually are, right? Like, let's say you're a manager and someone asks if you're a direct report, right? Like, mentally, like, oh, they're gonna know, oh, that's how you feel? Like, you think you're gonna prejudge me, like I'm just, and there's nothing wrong being like an entry-level employee, but there's obviously something about me that you felt like you could judge me that way. Like, but you're gonna remember who I am. A part of this comes from your self-image, right? If you know who you are, or you're just insanely competitive, you could have, because I always didn't have the confidence, but I've always been very competitive, right? And I've always had a prove you wrong mentality. But really, if you have confidence in yourself, when people do that stuff to you, it's not going to put you down and discourage you from doing what you're supposed to do. It's actually going to elevate you.
It's going to elevate you.
It's going to elevate you.
It's like sorry to cut you off.
You're good.
It's like when certain people play better mad.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it ignites a fire that couldn't be ignited if that person didn't push one button.
Right. And you know what it is? It's because they're questioning, in your mind, they're questioning who you are.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Like, you're questioning, and you have to prove to yourself and to them that, like, I'm different. Like, this is who I am. But here's the thing I do want to say. At this point in my life, I've learned, all right, proving somebody wrong, it feels good in the moment. It's good temporary motivation. But now it's like, how do I prove God right and myself right?
Mm.
You know, how do I prove God right? Because God says these things about me. The person who you're proving wrong, you know,
They probably already know you had the ability.
exactly.
It's just them hating.
If Chris Paul plays Pat Bev in the championship, you know, ever, and wins,
That'd be great.
and wins,
I would
you
love
know,
to see that.
was he doing it to prove Pat Bev wrong? I don't think so, right? Because and again, I understand because I've been there, and it still happens today, especially on the court. But that person, what that means is that person or other people control your motivation, right? They control your motivation. If you need someone to talk trash to you, say something to get you going, you're not going to succeed that way. Now you can take something and hold on to it and use that as motivation again, but at this point, now that I know who I am, it's like Austin said, I'm not competing with anybody on the court or anything in life. I'm not. I'm just trying to prove to myself that, you know, I'm going in the right direction, and I know, I am who I say I am. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You know.